there, Okuma fans. Charlie with the Gotsuger application staff back with part 2 of the Okuma Matrix magazine. I had such a huge response to part 1, I figured I can't wait. I gotta get right on this and start in with part 2. Now in part 1 we talked about this control panel, but we didn't talk much about these no good tool lights that you see here, nor the no good tool confirmation button, this guy here. So let's do that now. So if we look right inside the door of our Matrix magazine, you're going to notice that there are several pots that are underneath your setup station. They are all labeled no good or NG1 through NG4. You'll also notice that the tool station where you're normally just inserting a tool has a compound sign that says set/NG1. This is because the pot that you're normally loading a tool into can also be used as a fourth storage spot for broken tools. So we all know what a broken tool is, right? Whoops! No, that's not what I meant. A broken tool is going to be classified as one that's either timed out in tool life management or has been flagged with a different offset by using either the Okuma or the Renishaw broken tool cycle. If that cycle shows a variation between the registered offset and the actual measurement of the tool, it'll flag that tool as either broken or pulled out, and this is what's going to happen. When the machine gets a tool change command, it's going to notice that the tool in the spindle is flagged as no good, and instead of putting that tool in its home position, it is going to put it in one of the no good tool pots. Once a matrix has placed a tool in the broken tool pot, it cannot go back and get it again. It needs to be manually extracted. And that is why we have these little sensors on each of the no good tool pots. The machine wants to know when you reach in and grab that tool. And because any tool that's in the magazine might be considered broken and could be in that broken tool column, Okuma gives us this button right here, the no good tool buffer set. When we push that on the touch panel, what you're going to see is the actual tool number that's physically in that pot. As long as there's a broken tool in one of the 4 no good tool pots, the light corresponding to that particular pocket will be illuminated. As soon as we reach in and pull that tool out, this no good tool collect confirmation button will start flashing. Okuma's not going to delete the broken tool or the NG tool information until you push this no good collect confirmation, just so that they make sure that we know exactly what tool it was that was flagged as broken and which one we just pulled out. In addition to the no good buffer set, we also have a no good tool index. That'll show us any tool that's in the magazine that's considered broken. Okuma does this because if you had a catastrophic failure and you have more than 4 broken tools, the Matrix magazine will have had no choice but to put those broken tools back in their resident slot, and you need to know that those are broken as well. Finally, once the broken tool has been pulled out, repaired, and put back in, we now have to tell the computer that that tool is no longer in the no good status. We can do that by either walking all the way around the machine to the front of the control, going to the tool data page, this guy right here, touch the no good status, and then F1 set OK the tool, or we can do it from the Matrix magazine control panel without having to walk around the front. That's where this button comes in, tool data setup. If we touch the pot number and select the tool we want, in this case we're already there, I'm going to page down once. You see the tool length offset, number 2 and number 3. Push it a 4th time, and now we've got our tool life management page. Look at that. No good reset. Just like that, we're done. Wait a second, Charlie. We can't be done. What about these pots that are also in my machine labeled RDY1, 2, 3, and 4? What are those all about? Well, these are another super cool Okuma feature. You ever been running one of the parts where the tool that you need is all the way down here at the end of the magazine? It's like tool number 225, and the machine has to run all the way down to the end to grab that tool, comes in and does one little feature with the thing. Well, these ready pots allow us to temporarily assign a specific tool number to be close to the tool changer. So we get to assign any tool number to the ready stations that we choose, but we do have to do it from the front of the control. We can either do it from within our program, or we can do it in MDI as I'm about to do, and it will assign a tool into one of the ready stations where it will reside until we tell it it no longer has to be there. The tool number is going to remain the same. So what I'm going to do is in MDI, I'm going to key in the code T for tool, PRE for pre-stage tool, and then say equals, then put in the tool number that we want to execute. Tool pre-stage tool equals the tool number we want, and now hit cycle start. Once we do that, the magazine is going to go and grab the tool and place it in the next available ready station, and it will remain there until we cancel that and put in the retract command. This is how we do the retract. T again for tool, return tool equals 225, and now we'll enter that and cycle start. And now the magazine is going to take the tool from the ready station where it was temporarily assigned and put it back in its assigned pot, in this case number 225. Calling a tool from the ready station is identical to calling one that's in its assigned pot. It's still T number M6 or G116 tool number, whatever your tool change macro is, but because it has been pre-staged, the magazine knows to get it from that assigned pot. It'll also return to that pot as long as you have not commanded the return call. Wow, look at us all dialed in on the Matrix magazine. Hey, feel free to like and subscribe, and if you've got some video ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments. Thanks. Have a great day.